Hi everybody, thank you so much for clicking on this video and for hanging out with me. I was going to do this as a get ready with me, but I've been shaking so much. My nerves have been absolutely destroyed. I could barely get my makeup on today because my hands are shaking so much. And it's not because of my health condition, although, you know, that is its own thing. But I just needed to sit down and talk with you guys because so many of you have been here for quite a long time. I've been on YouTube for 6 years now, as a matter of fact, in September. It seems like forever ago, but it also seems like yesterday, because the last 4 years of my life, I've been through so much more than I ever thought that I could bear. And you know, at this time I was like, okay, maybe, just maybe, I will start to gain some peace back in my life and be able to figure out this new life that I've had. If you're new here, I really do appreciate you stopping by. I will give you a quick recap if you guys want to skip through this. Those of you who know everything, please do. I'm not going to go into very much detail, but I just want to, you know, let people know I'm not sitting here complaining and woe is me and, you know, why me. I've never said that, but I share things with you guys because I know so many of you can not only sympathize, understand, and empathize with me, but I feel like I'm talking to my friends. And part of the thing is I really don't have anyone in this world. I kind of feel really, really alone. So here's the recap. I lost one sister 20 years ago, actually in October, to brain cancer. That was difficult enough. Starting in 2019, in February, I lost my Jack the cat, which was like just the love of my life. Those of you who were on my videos or watch my videos, Jack always used to make an appearance. That was hard enough. I lost my sister, my second sister, in August of 2019 to lung cancer. She worked in the World Trade Center and went back to work there after 9/11. And few years later, 10 years later, whatever years later, it finally caught up with her. And it took her away from me too. I never was able to fathom how my parents were able to bury two of their children and still go on. 6 months later, 5 months later, COVID hit. I lost my mom in the very beginning of COVID. And ever since then, the ball has just been rolling downhill and taking me and everything else I love with it. I never got a chance to mourn my sister before my mother died. And then having to immediately take care of my dad, who just crumbled because he lost my mom, was a challenge. And that was a challenge I was ready to take on and willing to take on. But damn, it was really, really hard, and I didn't have much support there. A few months before my dad died, I lost my Baxi cat. My Baxi cat that I had since 2003 is a tiny little kitten that I bottle fed, and he was my love, and he died, I think, in April of 2022. My dad died in May of 2022. He just couldn't go on without my mom. He didn't want to be here anymore, and it broke my heart. And I lived with my parents for the last 10 years. Well, when my dad died, it was 12 years at that point. 1 week after my dad died, my sister's husband, the second sister I lost, he died because he had cancer and he outsurvived my sister. My sister was so worried that she was going to lose him first, but she died, and then a week after my dad died, he died. A week later, my eldest sister, who lives 6 hours away in Pennsylvania, her husband died. You know, you hear these things and people go, no, this actually can't happen. Trust me, it can. Once my dad died, the house was going to go up for sale. And that was really difficult. It was my childhood home that I'd lived in. I grew up there all my life. I moved there when I was 6 years old. I'd moved back there, as I said, 12 years ago, and that was my home. And it was really hard being there by myself and taking care of the house by myself. But after he died, I had a few months for me to find a place and move, and it was terrifying and finding a place was really difficult. It was really trying. I saw so many places that A, I didn't get approved for because I have a crappy credit score, and B, they just didn't fit or accommodate the things that I need with my disability. So I took you on the journey, and I found the place that I'm living in now, which I've now been in for just a little over a year. I celebrated my year anniversary here in September. Now, living here had its trials and tribulations too because of certain circumstances, but I really did enjoy living here. It had everything I needed. I had great neighbors. Well, I have great neighbors. I fell in love with her dog, and she'd become my friend. And I was looking forward to living here for quite a few more years. I just signed another 2-year lease. See, as I'm starting to talk about this, like, my heart is starting to pound in my chest, and I start to feel like I can't breathe, and this is how I've been for the last couple of days. I didn't even start to really make this place my home. I started to hang up a couple of pictures. I was just starting to feel comfortable because there's just been so many things. And I said, I'm not complaining. It's just that I'm at a point right now where I can't do it anymore. I can't take another thing happening. And today's Thanksgiving, and the reason I'm filming is that because I've been walking around my house, pacing around my house, just getting more anxious and getting more frustrated and getting more scared and not knowing what to do. I just walking back and forth in my apartment. I finally left my house to go get myself some Dunkin' Donuts because I was like, I have to get out of the house, and yet I didn't think I could actually get in my car and drive and be okay, and yet I did somehow, and I made it back here somehow. So we got notice from our landlords that they were going to be putting the house on the market, and all of us were really nervous about that. But I had confirmation that basically leases transfer over to the new owner. They are tied to the building, not the person. So because this is a 4-unit building, we figured, well, no one's going to buy it and want to move in here. So we thought we were all pretty safe. We knew eventually that when our leases ran out, that they were probably going to jack up the cost of the apartments. But I knew that I had 2 years. I thought I knew that I had 2 years at least to worry about that. So did everybody else here, because basically we all had the same amount of time. There was a few showings, and I just loved how people would come in and look around and say, oh, I can change this, I can change that. It's like, hello, you're walking into my home and you're talking about the changes that you're going to make and just kick us out. And we were all trying to comfort each other going, no, an investor's going to buy it because, again, who wants to it's a fully leased 4-unit house. Who's going to want to rent it and kick out everybody? Well, yesterday, which is the day before Thanksgiving, I was at work and got an email saying that the house has been sold and the closing will be at the end of December. And once transfer happens, we have 60 days to get out. And so I am essentially being evicted. All of us are essentially being evicted. And that's the wording that was in the email, that your leases will be terminated and eviction process will begin. Because it's breaking our leases, that's how the only way they can get out is by doing eviction proceedings. And again, talking about it, I feel my heart beating in my chest. I can't calm down because I have to tell you, finding this place was really difficult. And now that I'm looking just 1 year later, the prices have gone up even more. I need very specific things, not because I'm spoiled, not because I want to live like a princess. Believe me, there's not a chance that I could live like a princess. The things that I need, I really want a washer and dryer, because having to lug my clothes to a laundromat with not being able to walk very well is not feasible. I do want some outdoor space because I get very claustrophobic and I need to step outside into a balcony, or what I had here was my beautiful backyard where I can just go sit in my backyard and enjoy everything, and it was awesome. I had a parking space here. I had a dishwasher. I had air conditioning, central air. It had everything I wanted. Yes, it wasn't perfect, but I don't need perfect. I just need the things that I need. Since I found out yesterday and have been in panic mode ever since, I'm looking. Not only can I find anything that I can remotely afford, studios are now $2,100 a month. Forget about one bedrooms in a decent neighborhood with just some of the accommodations that I need. We're talking $2,500 or more. I can't afford that. And I'm not sitting here complaining and saying, woe is me. Again, I just want you to know that, but I just wanted to share with you guys. It's like, you guys are my therapy. You are my sounding board. I have checked, everything's legal, that the person is allowed to kick us out. I've gone through the whole legal process and trying to find a loophole. But finding a place in the middle of winter, which it's going to be, the moving costs, what it cost me to move over the summer was an absurdity. Plus almost $1,000 to move my piano, which I'm not giving up. The packing materials, the time it takes to pack. And when I was looking for this place, it was like a full-time freaking job. And I've been looking and looking and looking and looking. And then if I use a realtor, I got to pay a realtor fee. So you're talking about $10,000 that I'm going to have to lay out at one point. Where do I get the $10,000 from? I'm selling everything I can. Thank God I've sold 2 things on Poshmark. Granted, it was $20 profit that I'm making, but I'm looking around saying, what else can I sell? What else can I do? How do I come up with the money to even begin to do this? And I have 2 months. And again, the panic, it makes me dizzy. I walk around pacing. I don't have anything left in me to fight. I've never given up fighting. I don't have any fight in me left. I don't have any willpower to process this and function at the same time. I have the Thanksgiving weekend, but Monday I have to go work and work my other job. And it's like, what else can I do? How many jobs can I possibly get? With my disability, I can't walk, I'm using a cane. How do I do it? I'm really asking because for once, I literally have no idea what I'm going to do. And I'm sure that someone out there in YouTube world may have experienced the same thing, maybe going through the same thing right now. I've lost everyone and everything I've ever loved. I have nothing. And now the one place that I'm trying to call my home is being taken away too. I don't know, guys. I'm at my wit's end. I literally have nothing left. I can't even function on a regular basis. I just filmed a video before. I don't think my hands stopped shaking for 1 second, even while I was trying to put on my makeup. I don't know, guys. I said, if you want to offer me suggestions, offer me words of peace, of comfort, I'll take anything you guys got, because literally I'm at the end of my rope. And yeah, I mean, if you want me to take you along on my journey, I will do that, because at least I know I have you guys, because you've always been so amazingly wonderful and supportive. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts, and I guess I will see you hopefully soon in the next video. And I'm just going to try to be my regular self and do my unboxings and smile and happy and joke, because I need something, you know? So I love you guys again. And I guess I will see you really soon. Bye.